And that works. Yeah? Now, if only there was water flowing in here. Oh, yeah, right, okay, I mean, that makes sense. Alright, everybody, hello, and welcome back to Satisfactory, and welcome to this, well, rather slow stream of steel plates at the moment. I am not all too happy with this being that slow right now, but as you all can see, we are still stocking up on our storage at the moment here, so I hope that when this actually overflows, this will be going a bit quicker. But if you'll remember, we did set this up in the last episode finally, so we are now working away at getting some of those dang coupons. It is a bit slow still, unfortunately, I'll have to say, but we're slowly but surely getting there. We're getting towards the coffee mug out here. Right, like here, that one. And we are also getting to that fix-it factory cart. So very, very much looking forward to that. That is very, very nice. But with that said, let's go and actually check out the power grid level first, maybe, because if you all remember, we did have some rather significant issues there, and I would say that we probably still do. So this is something that we do need to work on. Now, the question kind of being right here, we did in the last episode up until, well, pretty much like right here-ish, I think, set up the Mark II conveyor belt, so we do get 120 coal a minute at the moment. Now, question kind of being how much we are actually using of that. It seems that like a fully upgraded coal generator does use 1 coal every 2 seconds, so that would be 30 coal a minute, which would mean that we would only be using 90 coal a minute in total with 3 coal generators if they were fully upgraded. So that does in turn kind of mean, for me, that I should be able to plunk down another coal generator with the coal that we have, and we should be able to power that, even if fully upgraded, without much of any issues. Now, the only kind of question I have regarding that, though, is how would we be doing for water right there? So, looking at that fully upgraded reactor again, because I think that's probably the best point of reference, we're using 50 cubic meters of water. No, 91 a minute. Yeah, so see, that's a bit of an issue, cause the thing is, out here, these pipes can only carry a max flow rate of 300 cubic meters a minute, so we can realistically only really supply 3 coal power generators with our water, and I'm not even quite sure everything's flowing quite perfectly out here. Let me check this reservoir. It is actually full for the time being. Now the kind of question would of course be, I mean, we could, you know, as of course, you know, like the power slugs and everything is quite the big struggle at the moment, especially without a vehicle to get around in. So we could for the time being set up a 4th coal generator with like another splitter for the pipes, and then get the pipes in there, and you know, just run it off this one pipe for the time being. We would need a secondary one in a bit though, when we actually start upgrading those other generators with actual power slugs. That said, if we were to do that, we could also go for another 2 generators, which we could then probably subsequently eventually power with a Mark III conveyor belt, and probably a better miner out there. So I think that's probably the way to go here. So I'm not quite sure about this terrain down there, I'll have to say. We will kind of go and figure that out first, maybe. I'm not sure. I do still seem to have concrete. So let's try this out here for a sec. I'm just going to use the 1 meter high foundations. We are already running into the first issues, because of course we cannot raise this foundation right here due to that generator being right there already. So I mean, we could... No, not that one. This one's the one that I want to delete. Could do something like this, I suppose. I'm not sure we would have enough space, though, here. So, looking at this, no, we're already encroaching the other generator's clearance. Okay, so we would have to go that far up, which would mean we take these foundations out here and kind of just expand this thing outwards here. Now, I mean, I don't like it design-wise, but, you know, kind of seems to be our only choice at the moment. That said, we are encroaching with clearance of that pipe that way, so we will have to readjust there, potentially, probably, yeah. Okay. Not quite sure where we would continue with this coal power plant, to be honest. Like, kind of running out of space already, which is pretty mad. Could probably go up there eventually, you know? What do you all think? I feel that may be an option. But for the time being, I mean, the fourth one could be situated right over here. That said, maybe it's not even that great of an idea to situate one over here and have all the others in a different spot if we already will need a secondary pipe for it. I mean, then again, we could probably move this thing to, like, somewhere? I'm sure we'll find a solution. Like, if we move this pipe and the fluid buffer out a bit, we can probably place another 3 right here. I think it's fine. We don't need to worry too much about that, I hope. So we will need more reinforced iron plates, which is always great news, because as you all may remember from the last episode, I just chucked all of those out already. And, well, then we will, of course, need to get a conveyor up here. But it just needs to be a Mark 1 conveyor for the time being. Given that the Mark 2 already reaches all the way up to those splitters, I don't think it should be a big issue at all if we make this a Mark 1 for now. That said, I will most definitely have to go and get myself some of those reinforced iron plates. So I'm going to run over there. Hopefully we have enough. I will be right back with you when I have them all. Alright, back I am. On the way back, as you all can see, we did have like 40 in there. So very, very nice and sufficient. Now, what I just actually remembered I would like to actually check out before we move any further. Okay, so we've got 45 cubic meters in here, 45, so these are not upgraded at all yet. So even when placing a 4th generator, we should have a bit of an on-top buffer with the fluid supply, I hope. So that should, fingers crossed, still be fine. Now, I think I can, theoretically, place these next 2 coal generators a bit further back, but you all know my OCD, so I would like to kind of line it up as I did with the others. For that purpose, I will most definitely need a lookout tower. So let's make one of those out here at the very edge real quick so I can see everything a bit better. Just enough pipes for that as well. That was kind of close. But with that said, let's go into power, go into coal generator, and floor is too steep. Is that about the right alignment here though? Feel it, maybe? I don't quite know. Okay, this seems to be the center here. Is it? Or is that the center? That, no, this is the center. Okay, come on. Oh, I think this is the place we would need to place it, isn't it? Or is it? I mean, it kinda... No, it's not lined up, is it? No. Okay. So we will need to get rid of that pipe for a second, which could actually... I mean, that's actually kind of an issue, isn't it? Do we have any alternative way of laying that pipe down, maybe? Ow. Kind of lacking a few of those copper sheets. I'll need to go get some. We are a bit too low on that, so those are right over here. I don't think there's much of a need for a cut. Hello, buddy. That's not a mark on Adam. That's a bit unfriendly, probably. Whoa. Could you stop stepping into my face? That would be great. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and actually change the layout of that pipe, because I feel it may be a tight fit actually getting that plunked down properly. I mean, everything here seems a bit like a... Ooh, that was close. Tight fit, to be honest. But let us see, I suppose. So we're going to pull that. I'm gonna have to somehow... Oh. Okay. I mean, as far as I know, there's no stackable pipes like you have these conveyor stack thingies so far, but apparently you can do this, so long as that works, I guess. Can we... I need to run. Okay. I really want to climb up onto these pipes. Let's do it from up here instead, maybe, if we can. If we can see. Oh, it's going to be kind of hard, because I need to kind of funnel it to where I can get the thing in there and... Oh, actually, does that work? I think this should work. It looks a bit weird, but it should work. Let's try that. So, wait, no. Q... Not walls, but foundations. These here. Okay, that seems to work. So... we will be doing that pretty much. I mean, I'll need to disconnect that pipe in a second again, because I of course need another one of these splitters, but at least I should now be able to take my coal generator. I'm really not quite sure what the center is here, not gonna lie. I feel like it's this. That seems a bit too... It feels like it's that. Now where is... the perfect alignment point? That looks very much like it. Okay. Cool. So, that will be the plan for that. Now, the question kind of being, how in the world am I getting the conveyor up here? And, this pipe is so bad for placement, I'm telling you all. Okay, so one way or another, I'll have to cut this here. I will need to sort of do this. Is that attached? Nope, of course not. Okay, great. Can I even attach these? Is that attached? It looks to be. Okay, so if I was to do something like... Actually, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Then I can just pull that straight up there. That'll maybe give me a bit more space for the conveyor, but fitting that in here will be hard. And getting it pulled out even further to other coal power generators will be even harder. This fluid buffer placement is really not optimal. I need to kind of pull it out one further to there eventually, I feel. But for the time being, I think I can make it work somehow like this. So we will... Oh. I maybe just jinxed myself. Oh, wait. That works? Okay, if that works, we can maybe make it work. So let me go up onto the tower again. And attach that pipe, because the thing is, of course, we need that space in front of here to kind of somehow get the conveyor in there, so yeah. Will that work? I'm not sure. I think this is probably too steep, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, perfect. The pipe madness has gotten worse, but it's working. It's all that counts, is it? It's absolutely mad at the moment, the ways that we go with this, I think. But we do really need that little bit of extra power, so... is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's go and attach that power line to that coal generator. Only thing we will now need is going to be a bit of a Mark 1 conveyor belt up to about here. Apparently I can funnel that right through the concrete, which seems to kind of even be the best way of going about this, because up here it's too steep. If I do it like this, I'll have to kind of go woo, which could also prove quite a challenge. So I don't know, I mean, let's try maybe. This does seem to work as well. Okay, that makes a bit more sense, I think, for alignment. Coal is coming in and power is... How do I just have a power outage right now? No water. Uh-oh. That does not seem to work. Good news. Good news, everybody. Our pipe madness dream just kind of went kabloom. Okay, so we will need to apparently do something like that. Pull that down. Pull this down. Then join these up like this, I guess. And then, like... Oh, wait, that doesn't work. I placed it in the wrong spot. I need to at least align the two here. So, more like that. I'm really not quite sure how I'm gonna... How did I even funnel that through there? I don't even know. Okay, well that works. And that works. Yeah? Now, if only there was water flowing in here. Oh, yeah, right, okay, I mean, that makes sense. Hey, water is flowing, good stuff. Different question, does this work? Flow rate does seem a bit slow to me. Come on, it's like a 2 micrometer incline. Come on, this needs to work. There is no not making this work. It's unacceptable. Come on. More flow rate, please. How's it still not working? No water still. Oh, it's absolutely not flowing up there at all. Oh my Jesus Lord Almighty. How am I even supposed to make this work now? Like, do I really need a pump for this now? Because I don't quite even know where to cram that in. Like, yeah. That's a laugh of despair more than anything, by the way. Don't let that fool you. But is there no water flowing through here either, or? There is. So why are we not back up and running yet? There's enough power in here. Okay, weird. The auto thingy does not seem to have turned on properly this time. But like, flow rate is just about hanging in there, but it is working for this coal power generator. Now for this one out here, the answer is a bit more complicated, because apparently the inclination that I've got going out here is a bit steeper. Let's try and make it less steep, I guess, because I've got no clue where I would put a pump right here, and of course, that in turn also lowers kind of my effectiveness. Why are you always chilling in the middle of my base, dude? Like, come on. But yeah, I mean, that does lower my effectiveness in terms of power, sort of, somewhat, so... because, of course, like, we're using some of that power that we get on top for the pump again, so I would kind of like to not have to do such a thing. That seems to work, which is weird, to say the least. Wait, can I... Are you for real? Pipelines are higher up than conveyors and you can just guide the pipelines across the conveyors? I never had to do all this madness? Oh my god. The answers to life can be so simple sometimes, guys. What do I say? It could have been so easy, and I made it so complicated. Oh my god. Okay. So that apparently works. Good to know for the future, I guess. I mean, other than that, flow rates should be good, I hope. Let's just double check on this pipe that we're not, like, too low on the flow rate now. It's kind of bouncy, isn't it? Like, I'm kind of feeling we can kind of cut out this middle part here. Like that, and kind of get rid of that incline, because, like, apparently, you know, this works. You can just get it right through the floor. What the heck? Okay. Good to know. Flow rate should be fine now. Yep. That looks a lot better. Okay, well, issues fixed. We've got a lot more coal power now, so I think that's great news. That means, you know, how are we here at the peaks? Like 200 watts? No, 280 watts is kind of our peak usage. 380 is what we have, so, well, not watts, but megawatts, of course. But that's kind of nice. That means we've got another 100 megawatts to work with now. And I, of course, kind of did this intentionally, because I want to finally get steel production going. And let's get over to the research module here, because I'm not even quite sure, to be honest, if we have unlocked that yet. And we have, of course, not. So that will be the next thing, tractor stuff coming after, I think. That's as much as I would love to have a tractor now for, like, finding slugs a bit quicker and getting around the map quicker. I think steel production does need to be the priority here, especially since, like, the production actually catching up and everything going smoothly will take us quite a bit of time. So I feel that has a very, very high priority in my mind. It does look like we've also already put some stuff into this, which is kind of nice. We really only need some of these frames and some of these rotors, which is probably also why I got the frame production going in the first place. So yeah, I'm gonna... Hello, you again. He's like... I don't know, I think he really wants to be seen this episode, guys. He wants some credit or something, so... everybody say hi. But, well, I'm gonna go run over here. I'm gonna see what we have, and I'll be back with you when we're right over there. Alright, as you can see, we're all the way back at the base now. So, I've kind of got a bit of an issue. Like, we've got a lot of those frames already, which is really mad. I mean, we had like 200 or something in there, I think. So that's really great. Easily can supply those, but as you can see up here, I've only got 116 of these rotors, and I already had like 10 in my inventory. So really not too awesome on that side, and I mean, that is quite reasonable, because on the one hand side, we're of course using some of these rotors for the smart platings, which these things are not getting reused at all in the production at the moment, so that's already a big part. And then on top of that, I keep using rotors for stuff like my coal power plants and all of that stuff. So I don't know, I think I'll have to be doing some of these on my own, which will of course, as always, take me absolute ages, but I'll just be pulling some of these rods out here, and I'll be working away at it. It's probably going to take me a bit of time, but I'll be back with you all when I've got the remaining rotors made. Alright, and back we are. As you can see, I'm just missing one more of these rotors, so let's go and make that one as well, and then we are finally ready to go. Put that stuff in and get basic steel production underway. That's going to be a big one. This is going to be a lot of work, I feel.
Simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Okay, progress to the next phase, meaning another tier, I guess? We've got hypertubes out here, so very much looking forward to that, but I think... I'm not quite sure, maybe it meant that we just unlocked this. Could also be that. I'm really not quite sure, but that said, our next task is... right out here. So, foundry is going to be something that we will of course need. We will need steel ingots, steel beams, steel pipes, versatile frameworks, all that good stuff. I'm going to see if I can already see some recipes on this stuff. So, steel beams out here seems to only need steel ingots, so that's rather straightforward. We've got steel pipes, which also only need steel ingots, so that's pretty easy. The other stuff doesn't seem to be in here, so that'll probably be super complicated. I can probably find out more about that at one of our more advanced assemblers. That said, steel ingots. So steel ingots, as I thought, we would need coal and we will need iron ore. So, I don't know, we're very much already using this whole coal deposit that we've got going over there. So I feel what we will need to do is we'll probably need to get coal from a new coal deposit. It's kind of what I feel we need to do, and I think the closest one was somewhere over there, wasn't it? Yeah, 645. I think this one here is gonna be the one that we have to choose. It's really not that much further than the one we're currently using. There's also one out here at like 1.2 kilometers, which is kind of in the direction. No, it's really not that much in the direction of our mega factory. I feel this one is the one we probably need to take then. Question being, do we want to make the stuff in our mega factory, or do we want to make it over there? Maybe we can answer that by having a quick scan for iron ore as well, and seeing if there's iron out there, I guess. I mean, you've obviously got the iron right here, but we're already using that. Doesn't seem there's anything out in that direction at all, though. So, yeah. Gonna have to bring that coal over here, then. Okay, interesting. In the meantime, let's look at this. 2 coupons, printable. I like it. So that's apparently an inventory item. Very interesting. And now we've got the vehicle, which unfortunately, you know, can't afford that yet. It will probably be a bit before then. Has this backlogged yet? It feels like it. Yeah, okay, look at that. It is now working at double the speed out here, so hopefully this will be going a bit quicker this time around. But this, unfortunately, we can't afford just yet. What I will go ahead and get us, though, is going to be the mighty Fix-It coffee cup. I'm really looking forward to finally using this thing. Seems to also be an inventory item, so you know, just getting that inventory a little more messed up, because why not? I need more space in my hands. What do I say? For the time being, let's have a good sip of that coffee. I wish it would give you health or something. That'll probably be a bit OP, wouldn't it? Oh, we can now take a good sip of that dang coffee. I love it. It's even like, is it wobbling around there? I can't actually, you know, spill it apparently, but it is wobbling around in there. We've got that nice sip of coffee with us wherever we go. Very much worth it if you ask me. Awesome stuff. Let's move on. Really looking forward to that factory cart though. I really want that in my life. But we will have to go and set something up over at that coal deposit out there, wherever it was. That means, though, that I probably need to figure out my inventory a bit more, because it is an absolute mess at the moment. Why I have all this coal? Oh, yes, I do know why I have all this coal. Of course I do. Can I resource sink this? I don't think so, right? Can I? I mean, I've got no way of putting stuff on the conveyor, I guess, so probably can't. Unsure. We'll leave it in the chest for the time being, so I've got some more inventory space. Just like that. Didn't I have like a sort? Nice, okay. That looks a lot better already. We don't need that bacon mushroom with us either. These things we can probably just load off at the biofuel production area in a second. These things we'll just leave in there, and limestone we don't need with us either, and let's load that off, and then our inventory is already going to be 15 times cleaner, which is going to be awesome. And then we can move on from there. What's this side? Wood. Okay, so wood goes in here then. Leaves go in there. Let's sort this stuff. We probably don't need the flowers either, do we? But we will need a bit of stuff to actually go and construct a few things. I feel we will probably need a bunch of steel plates, so this whole thing will, you know, be slower again, unfortunately. We will probably also need a bunch of these things, so let's just take a few stacks with us, and let's take a bit more concrete with us. I also... How the heck did I just do that? Oh, something ran out of something. Did something run out of coal? How did that just happen? Water? Coal? What's the issue here? Could I... Thank you. How are you doing, mate? I think you may have been low on water. Look at that flow rate. What's going on? Is something wrong with... Uh-oh. Have we been living off that fluid buffer? Oh, we have. Oh, that's not good. Why is there only this little water actually reaching us? I mean, now there's this little water reaching us, of course, because, like, the pumps are off. Because the power is off. But, like, that is pretty bad. I do not like this. Let's go pull this down for a second here, so that we can at least get the network back online and the water filled up again. But we'll need to look at those flow statistics a bit more, I feel like. I was kind of happy about finally being able to set some steel production up, but this... Look at that flow rate, it's so low. 100 M3. That's really not too promising out here. I'm not quite sure why that is so inconsistent. Got 178 out here. I mean, it could be just the thing catching up. It would be very weird. Did I actually ever connect both of the initial pumps up to the grid? I thought I did. Maybe it's that. Maybe just the pipes have capacity, but we're not actually getting the capacity in here. Because it seems to all be rather consistently at this like 130, 140 M3 a second, or a minute rather, kind of figure. I mean, you know, it's obviously very bouncy at the moment. Could just be the system catching up. But like, at max and average and everything, it seems rather consistent, if you ask me. I think it's time to investigate that. Maybe... Oh my god, how? How did that just happen now? How's our water flow this low? There must be something going on here, no? Has this been looking like that all that time? I don't know. We need to figure that out. Maybe this was just a power spike this time around, though, because, like... No, it was not. I'm so confused. What's happening? Can anyone tell me? Why did... Oh, no, it was a power spike, okay. I don't quite know what's up. We broke something pretty madly, it feels like. I wouldn't know what it is. Definitely got the two connected to the... Oh my god. I've only got one connected to power, but both to the water grid. Of course, I mean, that's an issue, you know. This thing can only extract 200 M3 and we need 300. Of course we need a second one. Oh my lordy lord. Does that fix it, potentially? No, of course it doesn't. Oh. Come on. I'm just going to keep doing this till we've got the water pushed out there. No, this is not going to work. Okay, I think we're going to have to turn off some of the things at our base till the water production has actually caught up. What absolute madness. What absolute madness. What a weird end to this episode, but I have run out of time, unfortunately, so I will have to end it off right here. So we'll quickly fix this, start the next episode, and then we'll finally go over there with some mats, get that next coal miner set up, get the coal all the way out here to our mega factory, probably give it another level, and then go and start some steel production up there. So very much looking forward to that, but that'll only be happening in the next episode. So for this one, this has been it. I hope you all very much enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new around the channel, also don't forget about hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.